All right, everyone, this is the second question in the Week 4 Task 3 Castle Learning. Again, these are um, helpful videos to get you guys started, but they're not going to do the entire problem. So hopefully this will help you get going. So this question says, quadrilateral ABCD is graphed on the set of axes below. Which quadrilateral best classifies ABCD? So the word best is important here. We want the absolute best option. So it's not necessarily to say it's not one of these. It could be multiple, but which one's the best? Although by looking at it, it looks like one very specific quadrilateral here. What you want to do with this sort of question is both distance and slope. So as a reminder, distance is the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And slope is the change in y over the change in x, or rise over run, okay? You can do this in one of two ways. You can either plug the points into your formulas and go from there, or you could just simply count. So I like this because it's already graphed really nicely for us, so I like counting. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a length of 4, and this horizontal length is 2. So for my slope of AB is rise over run, 4 over 2, which is equal to a slope of 2. And if I wanted to do distance using the graph here, if I look at that, I have a right triangle. So I can do my distance of AB. If I didn't want to use the distance formula, I can just simply use the Pythagorean theorem, which is always really nice. So my right angle is here, so my distance of AB is equal to the square root of 4 squared plus 2 squared, okay? Or you could really say distance squared equals a squared plus b squared, and then I took the square root to get down to here, okay? So then I have the square root 4 squared is 16, and 2 squared is 4. So I have the square root of 20. Okay? And what you're going to want to do is slope and distance for all 4 sides. So you want it slope and distance for all 4 sides. Okay? And then what you should notice is that should help you identify which quadrilateral you have. So if I'm looking at the properties of a trapezoid, which you can pull up here, it says exactly one pair of parallel sides. So if I have exactly one pair of parallel sides, which I would be able to tell from my slope, right? Parallel lines have equal slopes, then it's possibly a trapezoid. If it's a rectangle, well, we know rectangles. Here it says at least one right angle, and diagonals are congruent. But truly, you don't even have to check the diagonals. I would check the right angles. You would notice if you have right angles, if you have negative reciprocal slopes. If you don't have negative reciprocal slopes, you automatically don't have a rectangle because there are no 90-degree angles, which would then also mean you don't have a square if there are no 90-degree angles. For a rhombus, you want to see if all 4 sides are of the same length. Okay, so you would do, the distance is what would help you with that one. So you're going to do distance and slope for all 4 sides, and that should help you identify what type of quadrilateral you have.